Where would you like them delivered?
Alright. So I just went out with my mom and everything, you know. Miss my girl, that's my favorite girl. She is my favorite girl. Now, the thing is, right, so I went to this little place, it's popping, you know, it's called Rosie's. It's like a little gambling spot, and you know, it got like a little eatery up in there, you know. So, and I mean, like, you could barely park, that thing packed, you know, but the atmosphere was nice, and a good vibe in the air and everything. It felt like love was in there. It didn't feel like no hatred was up in there, you know what I'm saying? So, and, you know, the music, at least in the little eatery area, like, you know, it's loud enough that like you would like maybe want to shimmy to, but it's not so loud that I'm like yelling over to get my point across. And when I'm conversating with her, you know, it's like just the right amount, like just loud enough to not make you stand up and dance. You know what I'm saying? And I went out with getting off subject, a friend of mine some time ago. Like she was, you know, determined to get me out the house because, you know, I'll be a hermit. You know, with ease, you know, but she was determined to get me out the house, and like, you know, like every 2 weeks we were going to a little hot spot or whatever, you know, but I forgot why I had even brought her up. But the problem was like every place we went to, the music was just too loud for us to converse sitting at the same table. You see what I'm saying? And I was like, in which I need to open up my own spot if I got all this advice. But I was like, the problem is they need to learn how to get like softer speakers around the tables and around the dance floor and make it forceful. I was like, because for real, that'll make more people get up. Like, you know, the music will get you, you know, warmed up at your table. But, you know, if the DJ is good, you know, by like the 5th, 6th, 7th song, you know, you ain't going to be able to control yourself getting up out your seat. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, anyway. Now I want to talk about Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes, I, you know, a little side note. I wanted to say to him, like, yo, like, if you had to stop and give a whole speech to get people, you know, to participate in your concert, I'm feeling like you won't doing it right, bro. I ain't even see the concert, but some of you won't doing it right. Like, if you pay attention, like Beyonce and them, and you ain't necessarily them, but there's still a formula. Like, they'll play other people's songs, you know, that swag, you know, that surfing, you know, whatever, swag surf. That's basically like the new electric slide. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Get people out there, see. You know, sometimes, shoot, you gotta play a little Tony Braxton and stuff so that when people hear doo-ba-doo-doo-doo, doo-ba-doo-doo-doo, they gonna want to get out their seat by now because you done took them all the way down to a Tony Braxton level. You know, Tony Braxton is, you know, kind of like, you know, tea time music. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, you bring that in for a little bit, but it gets you in your feels and everything. And then next thing you know, while you in your feels, feel this. Put your hands where my eyes can see. All right. Let me get back to the subject. As we were going in, it was a man with his woman. And he held the door not only for her, but for us, you know, because me and my mom kind of, you know, fell back to give them their space, but he gestured for us to come on as well. So when we came on as well, the place has like a foyer, and then you go in. So it was like double doors, you know, you go in the first set of doors, there's a room, which is, you know, also known as a foyer, and then you open up the next set of doors to go into the main lobby, entrance, whatever, you know, the main room. So anyway, that door was propped open. So I, you know, kind of stood back to let him catch up with his lady because I felt like you held the first door. Your lady went first. I was the third lady. You see what I'm saying? Because me and my mother, you know. So I felt like me and my mother should have stepped to the side and let him rejoin his group. That's how I felt. Because, like, if I was the woman, I would have been proud of my man for holding the door for all of us. But I want him right by my side as soon as possible. you know, but when he was like it's okay, y'all still go ahead, I felt like, see, that's breaking up y'all group. You know what I'm saying? Like, I recognize y'all are a couple, so I don't want to come between that more than necessary. You know, the first time was necessary, in my opinion. Now, I guess I'm wondering, like, for men out there, you know, like right now, don't nobody really comment, like, talking about when I ask y'all stuff. But I hope maybe in the future, you know, more answers to my comment. And not just, you just wacky, or something. Like, please tell me something constructive. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, like, was the man correct? You know, not the first time. The first time, I don't even have a question about that. That was proper etiquette, you know, for him to hold the door for all three of us. But for the second door that was propped open, and we didn't need him to hold that open because it was already propped open, and I tried to give him space to get back with his woman, you know, was he right to say, no, don't worry about it, like it's still ladies first? Or should he have, you know, regained his woman? I wasn't angry with him, but I just wonder what he gonna go through when he gets home or whatever. All right, now, of course. All right, I decided to re-record this because, you know, it had the Doja Cat playing, and I put it on YouTube, and they hit me with a copyright, so I'm not in the mood for none of that anymore. So I'm gonna find a way to, you know, edit out all that mess. Because I mean, like, sheesh. I thought you could have up to a minute, but I guess it's less. All right, y'all.